I'm Keith,
I'm Logan.
and welcome to Hot Zombie Summer, a Resident Evil review and retrospective podcast where we'll be playing through the main games of Capcom's Resident Evil series in release order.
We'll be talking characters, lore, gameplay, thrills, chills, and everything in between.
Yeah, so please join us, and we encourage you to listen along and play along with us as we go on this journey together. All right.
All right.
This is Hot Zombie Summer.
Woo.
I'd say episode 0, but then it seemed like we were talking about Resident Evil 0, and we're
Oh
not
yeah.
talking about Resident Evil 0.
This is episode DualShock edition.
This is the director's cut DualShock edition for the
That's
Sega
right.
Saturn.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it came out on Saturn. I should
It
probably know
did.
that.
It
Oh,
did.
there you go.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I
it's
know
like
it
what?
was going to come out for Game Boy Color, and then they said
I don't think it
it
can
was
do
too
it.
ambitious.
No
Yeah.
way. No way.
There
Um.
was a we're off topic already, which is great. Um, I did play the Alone in the Dark for Game Boy Color, and it's like baffling. Like you can't like I don't think you can play without a guide because you can't even tell where you are. Like it's just every screen's like this abstract painting. I mean, I was playing it like on the Switch, so I think maybe if there's a real Game
Yeah.
Boy Color, it would be more legible. But you just like walk somewhere and there'd be like a green blob, and I'd be like, "Which way do you want to go?" It's like, how would I know? I don't, can't see anything.
That sounds awesome.
uh,
I've never
yeah, it was
played.
pretty. Yeah,
I've
but
never played Alone in the Dark. I know David Harbour and Jodie Comer were in the new one, which apparently is great.
yeah, yeah, I kind of didn't get good reviews.
Yeah,
So yeah,
I
well,
kind of
that's the end
think.
of our Alone in the Dark
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah, we
Uh,
yeah. Stay tuned for the spinoff.
yeah.
Yeah. No, when did you first play Resident Evil? What are your initial
So
memories?
my initial memories, I did not have a PlayStation growing up. We
Me
had
neither.
N64 for that console generation, but I did play it at a friend's house when I was probably like it came out what March 1996.
Six.
I didn't play it right away. I was probably like 10 or 11 maybe the first time I played it.
Okay.
And I remember I was at my friend Elliot's house and he had left to go, like went downstairs, talked to his mom or something like that. And I was playing with messing around, beginning of the game. And the infamous dog through the window jump scare
Yeah,
that I'm sure we'll
yeah.
talk about when we get to the plot. That happened. I like screamed super loud and they both came like running upstairs because they thought I like died or something.
Ooh,
So that was my earliest memory of it.
wow.
And then later on, I played God, I probably didn't play the original till probably till I got a PS2, like the
Okay.
original. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Okay, so you had a PS2.
hmm
Okay.
Eventually. Yeah. With
Yeah.
the miracles of backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
But
Maybe that can be a
yeah.
bonus episode. How Keith got a PS2.
It's a long story. That
Yeah.
also involves zombies, weirdly
Cool.
enough.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. How about
Um,
yourself? What drew you to the series and what was
yeah.
your earliest Resident Evil themed memory?
No, so my memories were a couple things. One, I used to buy as a kid GamePro magazines,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember the spread in GamePro on the cover, and I remember it. I was like, "That's scary," because I did not like scary things as a kid.
Mm.
Um, and so, really, I think my first time actually playing it, I think I would read feature articles in GamePro or whatever, but I had a Nintendo 64 as well. And I think I just avoided Resident Evil 2 when it came out on the 64 because I was like, I haven't played the first one.
Yeah.
Um, so my first experience was actually the remake in 2002, which I was intrigued by, but also like terrified. So like I would play it and I would like get 30 minutes and I'd stop. I was like, I can't continue.
Yeah.
Um,
That was very similar to me. It was like, a short burst was about all
yeah,
I could manage. Yeah.
yeah. I distinctly remember like I would hold my breath a lot playing the game because I thought I would get scared. Like I think I thought I would like
Okay.
it was like a guard against being like
Yeah.
jump scares, which it's not.
hmm
It's just you're just holding your breath a lot.
It's like a natural reaction though,
Is
right?
it?
I think so.
Mm,
I don't know why, but yeah, don't you like hold your breath when you're scared for some reason? I guess it's like a stress
Yeah,
response because you don't want the threat to hear you.
I
Evolutionarily,
guess.
maybe.
Is that
Yeah.
is that true? I
I'm
mean,
just
it makes
speculating here.
makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's the
yeah.
best.
We're not a science podcast.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. So, but I eventually made
Well,
it
we are
through.
going to talk about the T virus, and I'm coming close to
Is
synthesizing it, so
is
it
RFK
will
Jr.
be.
going to make a T virus registry?
Yeah. Uh,
Do you have a good RFK
nice.
Jr. impression? I don't.
I feel like that would be really, really mean.
That'd be really mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
I
he
don't know.
can't control how he sounds.
Yeah. Not so much to him, but just, not to lump him with other voice afflicted people, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I know I'm being so voice woke. Yeah.
I don't know.
God
I like
forbid.
it. Sensitive.
Yeah. Do you have
Voice.
an RFK Jr. impression?
No, but I feel like I've heard other people do it and I like it. Yeah, it sounds like this, but it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like a pleasant voice to listen to.
No.
Yeah,
No.
so
But it
that's
does.
that's me.
Yeah. Wah,
Yeah.
wah.
Yeah. He kind of
Hopefully
looks like
that.
a zombie in some
Yeah.
ways. He's
Yeah.
got like the square head and he has kind of like a way of walking around, you know.
Yeah.
He kind of lumbers a
Yeah.
little bit.
Maybe he'll be in the new movie
Ooh,
cameo in
little
the.
cameo.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like it.
It'd be cool. Not really. Actually, I don't. I wouldn't like that at all. I'd be like, why? Why is
Yeah, it'd
that?
be a little odd, but
Yeah.
yeah,
So yeah, this is actually my first time playing the original, which I
nice.
enjoyed very much.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, yeah. So I guess
I have been really enjoying as well. We should mention we are playing the director's cut that's available on the PlayStation Plus subscription service.
yes, PlayStation
So we
Plus.
decided to go with the most really available one
Right, right.
for a
The
variety of reasons, ease of use,
yeah,
and probably the one that people are going to be the most familiar with if you're playing in 2025.
yeah, yeah. No,
Uh,
we had talked about playing it on the original, but that's difficult. Um,
yeah.
I guess I have a PlayStation. What is it? The PlayStation Mini,
Oh, okay.
little one that
Is
is
that the one that's
preloaded.
like the pre-installed? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I could have played it on that, but I was no,
Yeah.
I didn't.
Not gonna lie, it is nice to have the rewind function. Like I've been trying not to
Yeah,
abuse it, but like if I just do something stupid, I'll be like, I'm just gonna back up like 5 seconds, you know?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I find myself kind of blaming the game a little bit. I'm like when I use it, I'm like, this was stupid, right? Like,
Yeah.
I was facing this way and I shot and it didn't hit, and I backed up into a camera angle that switched the angle, you know,
Hmm. Yep.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I do have a note here that I documented when I first used it, and I used it 20 minutes in because I died.
Oh, well,
So
I'm pretty well.
yeah, not I wrote in all caps, rewind, died 20 minutes or so in. Cheating? Question mark.
I don't think it's cheating. And I will say, we'll get into it when we start getting the characters. You did a lot better than a lot of these characters did. It's a lot of these guys. I know what they're doing.
I did better than
They're,
the characters.
yeah, they're
Like
getting
they
killed by crows and like single zombies,
they
and
got killed
some of
by
them don't make it out of like the helicopter, you know? It's like,
they didn't make it out of it. Like they
so,
just like fell.
well, yeah, the one, well, not to jump ahead with our
Sorry, sorry.
well produced podcast, but Kevin Dooley, who's the helicopter pilot for Bravo team, he died doing what he loved, sitting in a helicopter. He was eaten by the dogs. So
Wow, that sucks.
yeah,
Kevin
a
Dooley.
weird a weird detail is this is according to Resident Evil fandom. So I
Okay.
didn't. There was a citation. I didn't like check it. He's not in Stars, so he's the only,
Hmm.
basically like the only of the kind of key characters that we meet that he just works for the RPD and for some reason flies a helicopter. So that's a weird little
Interesting.
detail. Yeah.
Interesting. So Brad must be the Alpha Team pilot.
Brad Vickers is the Alpha Team pilot.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I guess I
Yeah.
forgot there were two pilots, to be honest.
Well, two helicopters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah,
Okay.
that would be weird if Brad Vickers like flew the one helicopter in for Bravo team and like crashed, just like came back and like didn't tell anybody.
I
And he
mean,
just went again.
I mean,
He's like, yeah, let's go check.
Brad's clearly a fuck up though, as like like
He,
right because he punked out and he just left.
yeah, he redeemed himself.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, since we're talking about, do we want to jump into characters or
Yeah.
do you
Yeah.
want to do more of the development?
Let's do characters since we're here, and if we need to or want to re-edit the order of things, that's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
So let's do characters because I think the characters in this game are. I mean, obviously, we're going to talk about the voice acting, which is of its time.
Yeah.
But I do think there's strong designs. I think it's something that's helped the series last as long as it has.
Hmm.
People
Hmm.
really do have an attachment to them. I mean, especially people like Jill, Barry, who's really only playable in one other game
Right.
or
But
one
people
game
love
period.
Billy.
But people, yeah, people are very into Barry.
Very.
Yeah. But yeah, so our main characters. So the start of the game, you get to choose who you want to be. So you can choose to either be Chris Redfield. Chris Redfield is 25 years old, which seems young. All these people seem way too young
Very
to
young.
be.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because I'm old, but they seem very young. Especially be like a established combat veteran and like a marksman. He's 25.
Yeah.
He's 5'9". And interesting detail on the character screen, it tells you other blood types.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So that's a very like at the time when I was a kid, I didn't know this. I was like, oh, that's weird. I don't know what that's about, but it's like a very Japanese thing with like the blood type personality
Mm.
test.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
So Chris's blood type O. This is from tofugu.com. I don't know what that is, but it has the Japanese blood type list. So O is positive traits are easygoing, which I don't think applies to Chris personally.
Nope. Nope.
And less so as the series goes on. Like I feel like he gets less and less easygoing.
Yeah, he gets really aggro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but could be the roids. Leadership ability. That's fair. I think
Yeah.
he has decent
Yeah.
leadership ability. Takes
Yeah.
control of the situation. Uh, as the series go on, he deeply cares about his men.
That's
Like one of
right.
his number one
Yeah.
character
Like
traits. Yeah.
Pierre.
Pierre. There was
Um,
who was the other guy? Yeah, there was a couple of them.
yeah.
Well, when we get to five and
Six.
six, we can
Six.
get more into it.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait. Uh, and then his negative traits are insensitive. Yeah, I can see it.
Insensitive.
I can see him being insensitive. And unpunctual, which was all right. We don't really have evidence one way or the other on
We
that.
don't, but
Uh,
you're reading this from this is the traits associated with his blood type.
with his blood type,
Right.
yes.
So this is not in
Yeah.
like the instruction manual for the game.
No.
But I do think
But
this,
I think it's
yeah, this is the only Resident Evil podcast where we do blood type analysis.
yeah, that we
Well,
know of.
right.
I
From
haven't listened to all of them. Could be a whole blood type episode in like Survival Knife or wherever the fuck.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think that was one of them. All right, so Chris, um,
Chris gets a 7 out of 10.
it's okay. That's fair.
Yeah,
I
you're
play
like,
as Chris this time. So the way we're structuring, I'm playing as Chris. You're playing as Jill. Generally, when I play this game, I've always played as Jill. The main reason for that is she has 8 inventory slots, and Chris only has 6.
is that true? Yeah, that is true. Yeah, yeah, you're
Yeah,
right. Sorry.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's the advantages. The advantages for Chris is that he is can take more damage, and I believe he gets more handgun ammo. I
Okay.
read as well.
Because
And then there's some other story stuff that we can get into as we play the game.
interesting.
But yes, and then famously, he is not the master of unlocking. So
No, no.
anything that Jill can unlock automatically, he needs to find small keys for.
Ugh.
It's not too bad because generally you find the small keys in the same area you find the lock,
Okay.
which
All right.
in some ways is nice, but in some ways, like, what's the point? Like, I could
Right.
also have a lock pick kit.
Say that 5 times.
Say that, yeah.
Lock pick kit, lock pick,
That's my favorite 2015 indie rock band.
lock pick hit,
Lockpick Kit, yeah.
lock pick
They
kit.
opened for Car Seat Headrest.
Sick. I do like card seat headrest.
Sorry.
What? I do.
uh, I know I just butchered lockpick kit, but you did say card seat address, which I thought was funny because it's a card seat. Uh, anyway, I'm gonna give you shit. So that's kind of Chris's basic deal. You play as him
Yeah,
a lot through the series, so we'll get to know him better. I think it gets worse and worse as the series goes on. I
I would
just
agree.
has big dude bro jock energy to me, and it just turns me off. I'm not into it. I don't think I'd
Yeah.
hang out with Chris
No,
IRL.
no.
I
Chris
think
would
he'd bully me.
he would be somebody who would shame you for not finishing an alcoholic beverage.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is it's
Yeah.
interesting because he's not that broy in this game. He's just kind of generic,
He is,
you
yeah.
know?
Kind of flat,
Yeah. I
but
mean, and some of that I think is the writing and the performances, but I also think he's just flat,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, he's
So
almost kind of like an everyman in this game. Just
yeah,
kind of there. But
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Jill, I think, is more interesting. Do you want to talk about Jill?
Sure, I'll talk
And
about Jill.
you just your experience. I was gonna say your experience with her. That makes it sound
But
like you
I
know her.
was like,
But what
yeah.
did you enjoy playing as Jill? Have you played as Jill in the
I
past?
generally play as Jill when I have played this game. Canonically, I forget this, but that um, she has a Japanese mother and a French father, which is interesting. Obviously, the
I
game
read
makes
that
no
as
mention
well.
of that. Yeah,
Yeah, the French
yeah,
father is interesting because it's very specific.
yeah, yeah. Like
Yeah, like
how did that come to be? I mean.
yeah.
Apparently, the source for this from ResidentEvil.fandom.com is it's Hyper PlayStation, which I don't know what that is, from October 1995. So seems like
Oh,
maybe
okay.
a dubious source,
Well, and
but
that was obviously prior to the game coming out too, because they did mess around with a lot with the characters. Like the original designs were a lot more kind of anime inspired before, like
yeah,
you alluded to, they went to a more realistic down to earth type of design. So
yeah. I had read as a side note that there was initially this is from the Wikipedia page, that there was a comic relief black man who that they had developed that character. Quote, Dewey, an African American man, was intended to perform a comic relief role, while Gelzer, a big cyborg, was a typical strongman character.
that sounds like a very different game.
Yep, yep.
This is not the most diverse game, but I'm glad they didn't go in that direction. It
No, I
sounds,
think it
yeah,
would not have. No,
no, I don't
yeah,
like it. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, Jill, army career, law enforcement career. So in the 90s, served in the U.S. Army. And then she was recruited in 96 by Wesker for Stars. So that is kind of her route in. Um, and so let's see, just looking a little bit more. Uh,
I have her as 24 years old, which also seems very
Wow,
young,
that's yeah,
especially to be recruited in 96. So she was like 22.
yeah, that's wild to me.
Yeah.
Like I feel like there is some weird aging stuff in this game. Like why would these
I, I
characters?
I think they'd age everyone up if they did it now.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
because it's
but
like
as
yeah, I'm like people who are the age I've taught are like have decorated like special forces careers. I'm like that's not
mhm.
something you I think can really do by that age.
Yeah,
But what
typically
do I
not.
know?
But hey, we're not stars. That's why they're
We're
an
not
elite unit.
we're not stars. No,
We're not special tactics and rescue, a private
no.
police force that was set up in a random, like not that big town
Right, yeah,
in the
there
Midwest, which seems always seemed weird to me. I mean, I guess
that
they kind of
is
address it by its sort of umbrellas,
right,
unwitting paramilitary force, but
right. But yeah, that's strange, right? I'm just thinking of like a small town in Indiana with an elite paramilitary, squad.
yeah,
It's like, huh,
yeah.
that's
And
strange.
and we'll get into Raccoon City too as like a we don't really see it this game.
No,
But yeah, I think it's a cool setting and a cool kind of like all American town type of thing.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say my only other note on Jill is that, and I do think this came through in the game, is that she's I want to say like plucky or at least resourceful.
Yeah,
I
I
think
can see
that
that.
comes across a little bit more, right? She has skill with lock picking. Um, I don't, I'm not saying Chris doesn't have skills, but I don't know if the game calls attention to his skills.
Yeah, skills are like marksmanship, which in a game with auto aim is not super important, you know?
No, no.
Yeah, but
So, so yeah, Jill, good character, classic character. I realize that her uniform is what her uniform is in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which makes sense. The classic blue shoulder pads with the beret. So I would say a pretty iconic outfit.
I like the saucy little beret. That was a nice design
Yeah,
to give
yeah,
her some spunk.
yeah. Would Chris
Yeah.
be better or worse with the beret?
Chris would be worse. If you saw Chris with the beret, I mean, one, he'd be more of a fedora guy.
God.
No, I don't think he would. Honestly, he'd be a backwards baseball hat type of guy,
Yeah.
especially in 1998. He would be
Oh
full on
yeah.
Fred
Yeah.
Durst. Yeah, at the bars.
You beat me to it. I was totally gonna say Fred Durst.
He's got that energy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Does Chris Redfield do it all for the Nookie? Keep listening. Find out.
you'll find out. And he is insensitive as we get over. So just like Fred Durst. Uh, but everyone's on the edge of their seat saying, well, what's Jill Valentine's blood type?
Oh,
And I'm
yeah.
here to tell you it's B.
B.
People with B blood type are passionate and creative. I don't know if that comes across too much. I guess she does some problem solving. That's
Yeah.
creative, you know.
Yeah. It's about as creative as you could get in a PlayStation 1 game from 1996.
That's true. Yeah, yeah. And she has, if you're in this situation, you're being chased by zombies through a bizarre mansion with all these archaic contraptions and death around every corner. You're not gonna sit down and write a poem. You can do that later.
No,
So
no, but she does play
yeah,
piano. She is an
she
expert
does.
pianist.
So this matches. She's
Yeah.
creative.
Yeah.
So to go back real quick, did you check every painting to see if they said anything about it? Because I did.
Wait, what?
So you can go up, you can examine things, like examine
hmm
items. They'll
hmm
say something or say nothing.
Sure.
So I did that for all the paintings because I thought it was fun to get a sense of what Chris likes, what he thinks about art.
Oh, oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Wow.
And it's kind of funny because I don't think any of this is intentional, but it's just funny because they'll go up to one painting and be like, "Oh, it's beautiful scenic view," and they'll go up to another painting and be like, "Nothing special." So you can kind of see that, like, okay, he likes landscapes. He doesn't so
Sure.
much like portraits. He finds them kind of the most he'll say about a portrait is like a painting of a lady.
Wow. Do you think
He only
it's
has positive things to say about scenic views.
do you think
So
it's gendered? Do you think that speaks to his insensitivity?
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I
don't
feel like
know.
there's like a swimsuit calendar on the wall somewhere. He'd be very interested in it, but
There's
the Spencer Mansion's too classy for that. It's not going to have that.
there is a poster we'll talk about in the playthrough. You're not there yet, but there
I
is
might not
a
be far
a, a
enough.
classic poster that I was like, what
Okay.
is this? No,
It,
no, I did not even think this to my shame to try to investigate the paintings. Didn't even
I think it's
cross
just
my
a thing I
mind.
like to do in games, just like wander around. I'm a very slow game player because I'm always just like wandering around and being like, yeah, I want to go that way.
Yeah,
What's the other way? I want to see
yeah.
every dead end and every like weird little spot where it's like, well, nothing's here. I think it's
And
fun.
I think that I admire that. I am the opposite, and I know this because I'm playing Blueprints with Nikki, and I'm just like running through the rooms, and she's like, "Stop, like slow
Oh,
down. You're like missing a ton of stuff." And I'm like, "We've been here." And she's like, "There's like coins on the floor over there. Like, there's a hole or, there's a new note." And so it's a very contrasted style where I'm just ripping through the
oh,
game,
interesting.
whereas others, it sounds like you like take your time to explore and kind of soak it in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a game where it's fun to look at all the paintings and art and whatnot. So
Yeah,
that's a fun game. Yeah.
yeah,
Also
yeah.
kind of a little Resident Evil coded. Takes place in a mansion and no
True,
combat, but
true. Yeah,
there's
yeah,
puzzles,
yeah. Secret passageways.
secret
It
passageways.
goes way further underground than it has any business
Hmm.
doing.
Yeah.
So yeah,
An inexact location where you don't
yeah,
really know where it is. I guess Blueprints is kind of fancy coded, right? Like it's
it
not like supposed to be
is.
a real
Because I was
place,
like,
but
I think I was like, is this
yeah.
Earth?
Yeah, that's a good
Like
point. Whereas
not.
Resident Evil, canonically, it takes place on Earth.
That's true. Yeah, I don't think
Yes.
we've
Yeah.
we've had
Yeah.
any evidence otherwise.
Yeah, I don't think we haven't been to space in Resident Evil, have we, in any of these games? We've been underwater, I think, haven't we?
Like
We've been on the
underwater,
water.
underwater.
We've been
We
on a
have been
boat.
under. I think we've been underwater.
Yeah. We've been to
Like,
Antarctica.
yeah, yeah.
Have
So
they been to Australia? That might be the
I don't
last
think
frontier.
so, but it. I do think that was a rumor for nine
Oh, interesting.
before they were like, "Ooh, it's like," or maybe like Southeast Asia. I think it was. It was like Thailand.
Oh, I do remember Southeast Asia being a rumor. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah.
instead, it's just Raccoon City.
This Raccoon City, for now at
Yeah,
least.
yeah. Who of the supporting characters? I guess we can work down the supporting characters here. The Berries, the Weskers.
So, next up on my list is Albert Wesker. I love Albert Wesker. I think he's great. He gets way crazier as the game goes on, turns into much more of a supervillain. But I like him in this game. He's kind of like just a no-nonsense badass.
Hmm. Hmm.
And like he's a bad guy, but he's also like, he's kind of a cool bad guy. Very like mercenary vibes.
Yeah,
Total sociopath, just out for himself, out to make the money, out to get the power, out to get
yeah.
we all know what comes next. Out to get the money and the power.
Sex?
Well, you get the women,
Oh,
like in Scarface. Chris would also have a Scarface poster
he would. He
in his
would.
studio apartment,
Oh
even though
man,
he's been out of college for probably never went to college if he's only 25 and he's done
probably
all this other
not.
stuff.
But
Yeah.
he probably has a Boondock Saints poster.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Taxi Driver.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
all the classics.
Yeah. What was I going to say about
Wesker's 38 years old, which also seems too young
38?
for me. Yeah, I'm well, I guess I'm not 38, but I might as well be 38. I'm
Yeah.
close.
You're
Homer
almost
Simpson is 38.
what?
Yeah.
How about
Wesker's as old as Homer Simpson. That's crazy.
how about this for a sequel pod? We pick a number and then talk about people who are all that age.
Ooh, I like that.
It's like
We can
38. We've
call it
got
age is something that's a number. That didn't work at all.
I was thinking maybe age is just a number.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's
You don't have to like it.
that's
That's okay. I thought
that's a lot cleaner.
I thought that's what you were
Age
trying to
isn't
do.
not just a number at all. Actually, it's its own thing. That's yeah. Yours is better. You
Um,
win that round,
oh,
sir.
thank you. Yeah. But yeah, we could talk
Yeah.
about Wesker, Homer Simpson, just like ridiculous.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
isn't that
we'll
weird
meet someone
that
else who's 38 down the line. Sorry.
in Resident Evil or like in
Yes.
life? Okay. Like you will meet a 38-year-old.
Probably in both. Just the worst fortune you've ever had. Just you will meet a 38-year-old. Like, all
Okay.
right, cool.
Okay.
But yeah, Albert Wesker, real piece of shit in the game, but
Yep. Yep.
a
Threatening.
lovable villain.
Yeah, he is sinister. He is threatening.
Hmm.
38 though is interesting because that is such an age difference with Chris. So it's just interesting that there's an age gap between the kind of series protagonist and antagonist. It's
Um,
considerable.
yeah, they really never you in the game itself, you never get too big of a sense of his like relationship with everybody.
No.
Yeah, like he's not doesn't seem to be like a mentor or a father figure. Like he is just kind of he feels like the guy that corporate brought in to run stars,
Yeah.
which kind of is what happened.
That
So,
yeah.
which we'll get into.
And I feel like we don't get a great sense of his involvement with like Birkin and like some of these other bigger figures, Spencer. I don't think that that really comes through in this game, if I
Not
recall
too much.
correctly.
Yeah, I isn't there a scene where you find like a photo of him in a lab coat
Yes, yes,
that's kind of like, what's this? But at the time, the characters don't know that who the other people in the photo are. So
right, right.
yeah,
And it's
yeah.
unclear if the developers even had plans at that point for fleshing out this,
I we can explore it more as we go on and delve more into the lore. My sense is no.
yeah,
Like yeah. I mean, we'll talk more about it, but this game was somewhat of a surprise hit. So
yep,
I don't think they envisioned, this going back to like the Spanish flu at some point. and
Right.
that being like a key plot point in the overarching universe.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
think that's right.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, Wesker not playable, but a character that pops up a lot and
Yeah.
you'll interact with a lot throughout the game.
Yeah.
Next on my list we got Barry Burton,
Double B.
Double B,
Double B.
which they uh, picked because they thought it'd be easy to remember because it's alliterative. And I
Really?
agree. It's a
Really?
nice little name.
Interesting. Nice little name.
Yeah. So he is also 38, which also seems young to me, but again, maybe that's just my age. I always think it was more of a like gruff older guy, late
Yeah.
40s, 50s. But
Yeah.
I don't think we did Wesker's blood type. Wesker is also O,
Oh,
which
okay.
the leadership ability, sure. Insensitive for sure.
Yep. Yep.
Unpunctual. There's one part of the game where he's extremely punctual when he shoots Enrico.
I
He's
was
there.
like,
He's there right on time.
that's
I keep
true.
going back and forth about
Yeah.
like, oh, what do we think about spoilers? But it's like, oh, game about 30
I
years
mean,
ago.
yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
we need to keep people on the edge of their seats.
Yeah,
People
there's
are
your
like, wait,
seats. Yeah.
Enrico didn't make it? It's like, yes.
Not Enrico. He's the only
um,
minority representation in the game. So that's an
that,
Italian.
that,
Sorry.
um, I want to talk
Uh,
about that Enrico scene, but I'll hold off on it.
on a non-podcast related, do you have like a hard out or anything?
No,
Or not really?
no,
Okay, cool.
no hard out.
I just feel like we're going like I can speed it up if you don't want me
No,
to
no,
go
no.
over if you don't want to hear about everyone's blood type. I can skip that.
No, I think the blood type, I think that's the best part.
Well, it says it in the little opening because there's the opening cutscene, and then it gives their stats afterwards,
Yeah.
and the blood type's
Yeah.
on there, so
Yeah.
it's
It's grounded.
canonical
Um,
from early on.
yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, Barry Burton. So he's sort of you interacted more in your playthrough.
I
I don't think
did.
he comes through with Chris until like the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
That's
and
right.
he does kind of, if I remember right, he kind of has like a older brother kind of father figure
Yeah.
type relationship with
It
Jill
it is more
in like a
paternal.
wholesome way. Yeah.
Yeah. You mean yeah, I would say so. I get the sense, and this is kind of my headcanon, that he is more of the kind of nurturing or mentor kind of figure for stars.
Hmm.
And he also we'll get into it with the voice acting, but I think also has a sense of humor, right? I think some of that is both the acting and the performance, but I do think some of those lines are written, I think, somewhat slyly, right? They're not totally
Yeah.
meant to be serious.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah. The famous Jill sandwich line.
right,
It's
right.
a very it's a dad joke as we'd say nowadays.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't want to give the game too much credit, but I do think a I'm like trying to think of other characters in games who are men that are supportive to other people in the game, particularly women. Maybe
That's a
there's
good point.
actually a lot. I don't know, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, not that jump to mind, especially for, the 90s.
Right.
This
A
is actually,
PlayStation
yeah.
game. Like maybe Final Fantasy. Maybe I'm just ignoring like that whole franchise,
Yeah,
but
yeah. Although really you are like, yeah, no, it's interesting. And even being able to play like choose between having a male lead or a female lead is
Mhm.
pretty progressive for the time.
Yeah.
Because Jill, we're bouncing back to Jill, but she's really not like sexualized at all. She is presented
Nope.
as,
Nope.
just a straightforward, like no nonsense,
Yeah. Competent.
badass,
Good at what she
competent.
does.
Yeah. Hmm. She's not
Yeah.
like a Laura Croft where she's kind of this like flirty sort of debutante coded sort of
Right. Yeah,
thing.
with
Yeah.
pixelated triangle boobs.
With short shorts and pixelated triangle boobs.
That's
So
so
I mean, she
gross.
does technically have, but they're not. It's not like comically large or anything.
She
It's
technically,
not focused on.
right. Yes, she does technically
Yeah.
have breasts in the game.
Yes, and they are pixelated.
That's true. Yeah.
Yes, but
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Attention is not drawn to them.
attention. That's a good way to put it. Attention's
Yeah.
not drawn to them. So
Yeah.
at least in this game. Later on, they'll
Yeah.
yeah
They kind of
they'll
double back.
sex
Isn't
her
that
up a
kind of
little bit.
sad that like
It
the
does,
original
yeah,
game like was maybe more progressive than 20 years later?
yeah, yeah.
They're like,
Yeah, it
yeah,
is.
yeah. Oof.
But, all right. But yeah, Barry rocks.
Scary. And he's got a big gun,
He's got a big gun.
which is not it's not a euphemism. I'm not trying to,
Mm-mm.
no.
No, got a big
He's,
gun, and he's very involved in the plot. He kind of flits in, flits out.
yep, yep,
Um, One thing I do like about this game is there's we'll get into more in the plot, but obviously you're alone for a lot of the game, but there's like reasons why you're alone, for the most part.
yes,
Like
yes,
Barry, spoiler alert, but Barry is being blackmailed by Wesker to help him.
yes.
Yes, so that's kind of why Barry's always like, "Oh, I gotta go check on this real quick," and just like
Yeah,
leaving Jill alone.
yeah.
It feels less contrived than just wandering off by yourself for no reason.
I would agree
But
with that. I think it was, even knowing that playing through, it was interesting that it was so, like, I was like, Barry seems shady. He's just like, I gotta go do something. And there is no recognition of that for the most part from Jill for most of the
hmm
game. Like, she's like, okay. And it's like, don't you think it's weird that he's just kind of showing up and then disappearing?
That's a good point. I didn't think about it like that. Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
because she never does like a voiceover. Like, I wonder why Barry's acting so strange, but maybe they
Yeah.
thought that would give it away, or I don't know.
Yeah. So I
Yeah,
think I
yeah.
have a note here. Yeah, I say Jill has little to no discernment when he pops up. Um, but again, this game I don't think is interested in the interiority of its characters too much.
That's
It's
no, I
not.
don't think so either. Yeah, and Chris is like that with Rebecca Chambers. So Rebecca Chambers is the secret third playable character in the game.
Wait, she's playable in this?
Yeah, she is in short bursts. You
Oh,
can't play the
okay.
whole game as her, but Rebecca Chambers, this feels very anime to me. She is 18 years old. That's just ridiculous. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, like, and she's supposed to be like the medic of the team.
Hmm.
Her type, her blood type is AB, which is my blood type, by the way.
Oh, okay.
What's your blood type? Do I know this about you?
I don't I don't know this about
You
me,
don't know this
which
about
is
you?
not
Okay.
great. It's not great.
You have to figure that out and
I
report
know.
back.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, so I'm Rebecca and I share AB blood type. So our positive traits are talented.
Just
I'd say
generally.
she's just generally, I'd say she's
Generally.
talented.
Yeah.
She's great at mixing up serums and herbs and shit. So good for her.
I would say you're talented
Uh,
too.
oh, thank you. That's very nice of you. This one I disagree on both parts. She's listed as being composed. I don't find her particularly composed. I guess
No.
in terms of like the gen pop, she's not like crying in the corner the way I would be.
Right.
But for an elite paramilitary, she kind of just hides in the closet for a lot of the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Composed, I mean, it's relative here,
yeah.
you know.
She also like pepper sprays Chris. Like that's the first thing she does when she meets him. She's just like, ah, you're a zombie.
Oh, that's amazing.
Uh, yeah. And then eccentric. She has dyed hair, so that in 1988 that would make you an eccentric.
Yeah. What color is her hair dyed?
It's kind of, at least in the opening cutscene, it's kind of like a red dye.
Okay.
Not like a redhead, but more like dyed,
Yeah. Yeah.
like bright red.
Okay.
And two-faced, which I don't pick up from her at all. So
No, I wouldn't say
uh,
that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So
Maybe the coolest name.
Rebecca Chambers.
It's pretty cool.
It has a good
Although
name.
Jill Valentine, that's a cool name.
Jill Valentine's a good name too.
Yeah.
Chris Redfield. Maybe that's why I don't like Chris Redfield. That name sucks.
Yeah, it's just like, ugh,
Yeah. I
oh
mean, it's not
boring.
suck. It's just very, very blah.
It's mid.
So, but mid, as the kids would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll get into it with the going through the gameplay. But you can play as her for brief times when you're playing as Chris. She kind of does little go for missions for you.
I don't know why I thought that
Uh,
was funny.
yeah,
But yeah.
thank you. Yeah, and Chris is kind of just shunts her to the side. Maybe that's another reason why I like Chris. He just kind of
Yeah.
like, you wait here.
Yeah.
Uh,
When she is a full-fledged member of the team,
yeah, she exactly. Yeah,
you
she's
know,
like there. And she's managed to survive more than a lot of people on Bravo team did because
that's true.
she's on Bravo team. She's the only canonically surviving member of Bravo team,
That's right.
so she got
That's
that
right.
going for her. They later retcon her character in a way I really don't like with Resident Evil Zero, which I think we've gone over. And well,
Yeah. Yeah.
if we
Not
make it to
great.
Resident Evil Zero, we'll
Yeah.
we'll Go over
Stay
all the
stay
missteps.
stay tuned at least 2 years from now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if there is another mansion? That's the question that game
Eh,
answers.
yeah,
Yeah.
full of leeches.
It's uh Oswald. Was that his name? Oswald Spencer? Spencer Oswald?
Yeah. Oswald
Oswald, whatever his name
Spencer.
is. Old Oswald, he's like Bob Odenkirk in the diner skit. He's like, I got doubles. Got doubles of the mansions. And if one burns down, I don't care. I got another one in pristine condition. I feel like my Bob Odenkirk is really slipping. I was
No,
getting more
I
into
think,
like it was okay.
well,
I
yeah,
feel like I was going a
you're
little
good.
into like old timey gangster kind of thing. Like, I got doubles of the mansion. Got doubles of the mansion over here.
I mean,
One burns down. I'll stop.
that's not like not Bob Odenkirk's vibe. I wouldn't call him that, but he's not that.
Yeah, not that. That's a good way to put it too.
Not that.
So
Yeah,
not that. Yeah.
not that.
Anyway, Mark Mark for edit. Sorry.
Not that. Not that.
No,
Uh,
not your thing. My thing.
oh
So
no,
yeah,
I liked it.
yeah.
Should we
I
get
just like
into
doubles of the mansion. Oh, we got a lot more characters to go through. I'm so sorry. We can
no.
be quick. We can be quick after this
No.
because
That's
these
okay.
people pretty much all die.
Yeah.
So we got Joseph Frost. Do you have any thoughts about Joseph Frost?
Joe Frost. He
He's the guy with the bandana in the opening scene that finds the hand that's holding the
oh,
guns.
that's
Yeah,
Joe Frost.
yeah.
I don't
He doesn't
know
do
much
much.
about him, but this is again ResidentEvil.fandom.com. He was known for his trademark red bandana and his hot-blooded nature, which ran in tandem with his generally cheerful personality.
I saw that
I
too. And
don't,
where is that? Is
I
that coming from
don't,
like a comic book or something? Because he's literally alive
he,
for like 2 seconds in this game.
yeah,
He gets killed instantly.
I don't know where that is coming from.
Yeah.
So there is some graphic details that in this wiki. Frost's body was mutilated considerably, with severing of the pharynx and carotid artery and the breaking of his spine. Again, I don't know where that's coming from.
Yeah.
Like we
Also,
don't,
it seems like when he just died of blood loss.
yeah.
I mean, I can see the artery, but like they broke his spine. I don't know.
This is
But
from the book. This is actually sourced from the book Biohazard, which is a
oh,
152-page guidebook for the original Resident Evil,
oh, okay.
which is
So somebody that was
wild.
writing the guide kind of had some fun,
Yeah.
did some creative writing.
Yeah,
Um,
the unclear if
I
that's actual like official or not.
yeah,
Yeah.
I did read the novelizations, which I believe are canonical, but I don't think he was in that much. The
Yeah.
only thing I really remember from the novelization is it has the specific detail that Jill Valentine's father was like an old school, like gentlemanly burglar type, and that's where
Okay.
she learned how to like pick locks.
I've heard
Was from
that
her dad.
before. I've
Yeah,
heard
he was
that.
like a Pink Panther type of guy.
That's interesting. Very French.
That's maybe that's it. That's like the French code, I guess. He's
Yeah, we
like
monsieur.
a cultured dirtbag, like the French.
A cultured dirtbag. I was like
What?
shocked for a second. I was like, did I mishear that? I was like, no, I like
Sorry.
that. I like
Apologies
that.
to our French listeners
Our our
and
li our
Quebecois
yeah,
listeners.
our listeners around the globe, and
Our listeners.
also the
Yeah.
people who are French in the United States.
No, not them. Fuck them. They suck. No, I'm kidding. I'm sure there's French people in the United States.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Presumably. There's gotta be.
I think.
Um, this is also very on topic, but so Alice has a friend and she's like from France, but she moved to Canada. And there's
Okay.
like a whole program where like Canada will like bring in French people to like up their French bona
Oh,
fides. Yeah,
interesting.
because like, well, they already speak French, they probably speak English okay. So yeah, apparently it's like very easy to immigrate to Canada if you're
Whoa.
French.
Whoa.
So yeah,
Could you go like move to France and then get settled and then
do
be
a
recruited?
do a double
Yeah.
immigration thing,
Yeah.
presumably. I don't know if that's harder or easier than just moving from the US to Canada. I haven't looked into that, but
I will say they're pretty restrictive just from
mm.
having done it. Like you have to have
Oh yeah,
a
you did that.
reason. Yeah. I was like, there's a thing that
It's
I
like,
did.
well, you wouldn't know about that, Mister. Live in Toronto for a year.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
yeah, the only thing they were like, They said I couldn't do sex work. That was one of the only things I couldn't do.
Before it did work, I was like, what? They said you can't have sex in Canada. Yeah,
They're like,
we
we don't
don't
want
want you
you
to have
to
any
no children.
no children,
No children.
no extra kids. We got enough. Anyway, that's Joseph Frost. So he dies pretty quick.
Yep.
Brad Vickers is
BB.
he's the Alpha Team pilot. He actually has like a decent little run in this series.
Yep. Yep.
So he is Chicken is his character trait. He sees the dogs and he panics and flies away.
Yep.
And then he feels bad about it, and he comes back, and he's just kind of like, I guess he's just circling the mansion all night trying to
Yeah.
find them. So
It's
I probably would have at that point just gone and got help and brought
yeah.
help back,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
that's just
because
me.
I mean, it's I don't totally know the context when you get in touch with him in the radio. Does Chris get in touch with him on radio?
Yes, he does. Yeah, at the
Okay.
end. Yeah, I think either one
So
that you play as.
yeah, because like you have a
Yeah,
few conversations with him and he's mostly just like, Jill, Jill, you're alive. But it's like it's unclear what he's doing.
yeah,
I do love that this through Brad, the series inaugurates a tradition of just throwing a rocket launcher down to you at the end of the
yes,
game.
yeah.
Clutch.
I like that they
Um,
brought a rocket launcher with them to investigate like people being mauled by dogs in the woods. It was like, well,
yeah,
we gotta bring
right.
the rocket launcher with us, so
Yeah,
we
yeah.
never know. Yeah,
I also like that you can just throw that out of a helicopter and it's okay.
it just lands. It's
It
just like
just
clunk.
it doesn't like blow up or. That's a fun thing.
uh,
Don't try this at home.
yeah. So that's Brad Vickers.
Brad.
He is in RE2.
Oh, I didn't know he was in two.
Um,
I know he's in three.
well, he's in three as a real live boy, and then
Yeah.
you can kill him in RE2. He's outside the police station, and he has a zombie. So
Oh,
yeah,
right, right,
yeah,
right, 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 right.
yeah, yeah.
This
So
does
you can get your revenge on him for flying away.
okay.
Although I
Nice.
guess you're either uh what's her face or Leon.
Claire.
Why am I blanking on Chris's Claire? Either
Claire.
Claire or Leon. So
This we'll get it. We could talk about this more later, but the timeline is a little confusing to me because I thought he got his head crushed by Nemesis in three.
maybe I thought he just got like knocked out by Nemesis. Maybe
Okay,
I'm
that might be
misremembering.
right. But I've also not
Yeah,
played the original three. I just remember this somehow.
yeah.
But maybe that's
But
wrong. Okay.
anyway, that's Brad Vickers. He has a relatively minor role in the game, but not as minor as some people. Not as minor as Kevin Dooley. Now we're getting people that like weren't even alive in the game. So you find his body in the helicopter. He got killed right away by the dogs.
Wah, wah.
Yep. My favorite, one of my favorite deaths is Kenneth Sullivan. So he also doesn't make it far. He gets killed by a single zombie, which is not gonna lie, a little pathetic, especially
That's
considering he had a gun with him.
yep. Yep.
Yep. So he's the kind of the iconic scene where you first see a zombie has just killed Kenneth, and then I think Jill has this line as well. Chris has an amazing line where if you examine his body, he'll say he was once so full of life, and now he's a shadow of his former self, which is a very funny thing to say over a corpse.
Yeah, especially in a situation where you're encountering zombies for the first time. You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
he's just like mutilated. It's not clear why. I guess I never checked and went back, but he gets eaten by a zombie, doesn't come back as a zombie, I don't think.
Well, but his body is gone later, so presumably he does,
Oh,
right?
I guess he does. He
I
maybe
mean,
got up and wandered around,
that's the
but
implication, but it's weird they never pay that off.
yeah.
You never
There's
have
also
to.
some notes that make it some of the notes that make it seem like there's like weeks and weeks to turn into a zombie.
Yeah, and I think that's an interesting thing that we could talk more about. It's just the how the virus works. It's
Yeah.
pretty different than I would say most kind of zombie lore.
Yeah, which is interesting.
Yeah.
That's kind of Sullivan. More dead people. So we got Forrest Spear. You also find his body. He's been pecked to death by crows, which is a very ignoble death.
Yeah, what a bummer.
Yeah, and
Um,
also very like when you can't. I mean, the
just yeah,
crows are annoying in this game, but like they're never a threat to you. So
no.
I don't think he would have made it one way or another.
Did you know about Forrest that he had a golden sword tattoo with crimson wings on his left upper bicep? His
I
driving
did not know
skills,
that.
His driving skills are above average, even at a hobby level.
It's a very funny, funny detail. That's just like Oz tombstone. His driving skills were above average. Uh,
But it couldn't save him from being pecked to death.
couldn't drive away from that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's Forrest. So yeah, he's one of the buys you find. Richard Aiken is another Bravo team member. He actually makes it pretty far. He
He
eventually gets bit
does.
by the giant snake Yawn, and
Yeah.
then dies. You as you can tell me what happens when you're in jail. As Chris, you can send Rebecca to go get a serum for him, but
Yeah.
he doesn't make it.
Well, can you save him? I think you
In the
can.
in From what I read and from what I remember, in the remake, like the GameCube remake, then you
Oh,
can save him, and then
okay.
he ends up getting killed by the shark.
Boy,
So
that's
is
that's a
it
tough
better or
run.
worse? Would you rather be killed by a snake or a shark? I think a snake, personally.
Am I dying from the poison or is it like eating me?
You die from the poison.
Oh,
Maybe a
probably
shark would be
that.
better then.
I don't
Yeah,
know. I guess it depends on how they do it. If the shark just like,
just chomps you.
that's pretty bad.
That's pretty
That's
bad. It
pretty
might ultimately
bad.
be faster. I guess I don't know how. Probably pretty painful to be poisoned.
Probably. I hope,
Yeah, so
yeah. I guess I'd
yeah,
pick poison because I don't really want to be aware of being eaten.
that's true.
Yeah.
But then again, they say that being eaten by a shark is just like going to sleep. So it's the old saying.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right. So final person I have on my list is Enrico Marini. Fun name.
Enrico.
Enrico Marini.
Yeah.
He has quite the adventure, especially in Zero. You find out he was doing all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
But he makes it pretty far. You're what about maybe two-thirds of the way through the game when you
hmm
find him.
hmm
He's injured and then he's mysteriously shot
Right.
before he can reveal
Right.
who the traitor is in Stars. So
Right. And I like that when that happens, you don't really give pursue, or give chase to like,
hmm
it's just like, where did he go? You know,
yeah, that's kind of
it's a little
kind of
weird,
odd.
but
Yeah.
yeah. Did you know Enrico's hobby was golf?
I saw that on the Daily, the
Yeah.
fandom,
Yeah.
and that's another weird little detail.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
I guess why not? It's
Yeah.
nice to know he was well-rounded.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A man of sport.
When you said that, I just laugh. Toast London, a man of sex. You remember that one?
I do. Yeah. Can I
That's
leave my sports vest on?
I love calling it a sports fest. That's a
Is
fun. I'm
that,
gonna adopt that.
I guess
It's
I'm
like a
not,
what we'd call a tank top,
yeah. But is,
or the
is
other one.
the other one.
Yeah,
Yeah. Does he say that because that's a thing British people say, or is it
is it
just,
like a toastism?
yeah, like he just calls it that because he's weird?
I assumed it was like a British thing, but I think we should interrupt the podcast and Google it. Sports Fest. Well, it's tough because I let me do this. Sports vest British. Okay. So
Yeah.
if you do it, it's if you do British sports vest, it pops up like yeah, like a tank top.
Yep. An undergarment vest.
So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, there you go.
I do kind of like the idea that he would just call it that. It's just like,
Yeah, you just coined the term.
yeah, yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So yeah, I guess that is all the characters in the game, unless we're talking about monsters, which I don't think we are at this point.
I do have the blood type for all the monsters to go over.
Oh,
So Tyrant is no, I'm just kidding.
okay.
Um, but famously, it was developed by Shinji Mikami, who became a kind of a legendary fixture in Japanese game development. Had a 3-year development cycle.
Yeah,
Originally began on the SNES and was going to be
yep,
first person before they shifted to third person. And then the fixed camera angles was also something they changed due to technical limitations.
yep.
I read that was inspired by Alone in the Dark,
Interesting.
or at least that's where they got the idea from. I don't know if that's retconned or
Yeah, I
true
mean,
or
I definitely read about the technical limitations, right? Because the game could only render one room at a time, so that's why the door sequences are there,
Yeah.
right?
Which is really, and I think one great thing about this game is how it uses the technical limitations to its advantage.
Yeah, it's very clever.
Because the door thing is great. I mean, it raises the tension. Same thing,
Yeah,
you go upstairs, you have to pause and see him go up the stairs, and I think it's really cool, very
yeah,
iconic.
yeah.
And the way it plays with the camera angles, like it's the classic horror thing of if you can't see it, it could be anything.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
not being able to see everything, it just makes it more tense, and especially when you like walk to a room and the camera is facing towards you, and you can hear like a zombie or a dog
Yeah,
or something,
yeah.
and you don't know where it is. Like that's
Super
great. I
scary.
love
Yeah,
that.
yeah. And it's like, what do you do with that? Do you run into the room and encounter it? Do you
Yeah, you just
turn
start
around and
blasting.
leave? Yeah.
Hmm.
So I started blasting.
There's also gonna be a two-player mode that was also cut
Hmm.
for technical limitations. That would come back in Resident Evil 5 to mixed reviews.
Yeah. Although
Yeah.
I feel like people love the co-op in five now. I don't know. Maybe I have a
Five
tilted sense of
Five
that.
I feel like has had kind of a reappreciation the last few years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
but
is interesting
it was
because
fun. It just kind of
I I didn't like five. It felt like the light rail version or like light gun version of four.
in real time I did not like 5 either.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
It was just
yeah.
like very arcadey. It was like chapter 5-2 done, and it was like,
Yeah, and like the high scores. Like I'm not playing Resident Evil
uh,
to get a high
that's
score.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I know there's a whole like meta game of like getting everything and like playing through without saving, but like I want to leave that in the meta, like a
Yeah.
challenge run,
Yeah.
not have it be something the game encourages me to do.
Yeah. And it feels
Uh,
so far removed from where the series started, right?
yep,
Which we'll talk
yeah,
about.
exactly.
But
Yeah.
um
I looked up the original EGM review. It
hmm,
got 8, 9, 9, and 9.5 from their four
okay.
editors.
Okay.
The best feature was frightening,
Okay.
and the worst feature is some of the views.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
Man,
I assuming they mean camera angles, which again I think you could argue is a strength.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't, I mean, I guess I wasn't playing the game when it came out, but I don't recall in the discourse from reading EGM or GamePro, I don't remember that being a huge sticking point. I thought people were pretty blown away by this
Yeah,
game.
people like that too. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it
Yeah.
got really good reviews, so it might have just been that was like their thing. Then they had to do like a best and worst. So,
Yeah.
but yep.
Um,
So the sorry if you have anything,
oh no, go
jump
ahead.
in.
Go ahead. I was just going
Uh,
to say that Mikami had worked on Aladdin previously, Disney's Aladdin.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, so he had done some work as a designer. This is from Itchy Tasty, an unofficial history of Resident Evil, but he had done some work with Disney's Goof Troop and Disney's Aladdin.
Oh,
And
wow.
so, which was I've never played Goof Troop, but Aladdin is a pretty
Oh,
celebrated game.
yeah, that was a very well regarded, yeah, like 16-bit platformer,
Yeah,
especially at a time when you know, like licensed games were like infamously bad. So if
right,
there was a good one, it really made an impact.
right, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's all I was gonna say before. So go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. I was not familiar with this. Sweet Home for the Famicom. Apparently, originally
Yes.
that was like the original concept was like a remake,
Yes.
redesign of that. I watched a few videos of it. It looked cool.
Yeah. Well, and
Looked
Sweet
like
Home was
kind of similar.
by, I don't know if you're familiar with the filmmaker Kiyoshi Kurosawa.
It was a Kurosawa, really?
Yeah. So like,
Like the guy that did like Pulse and
yeah.
Kier and oh,
Yeah,
I did
which
not
is
know
like
that.
what a
Okay.
cool lineage, right?
That's awesome.
Because like his stuff is like it's rough. It's so haunting. It's just
Yeah.
grim and desolate and so weird.
Very like bleak and
Why?
nihilistic. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think yeah, I had read a little bit about Sweet Home as well, but interesting that that would even be a thing, right? That they would make a 8-bit Famicom game based off of a Kiyoshi Kurosawa film.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like wild.
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
like they made a PS3 game about Bright Future. It's a
Yeah.
Bright
Yeah.
Future ref. That was the last Kurosawa I watched, but yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you see that one or not.
I
I
have
need to watch
not,
more of his stuff.
I have not seen that one. I recently watched he has this is so weird. He has a film that's an NFT.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. So the
Is
only way
it?
to like you had to like buy it, the NFT, and it was a pay what you wanted in yen. And so
It's like 1 yen,
yeah, pretty much. I was just
one
like
penny.
I was like, what's the minimum I could do? And it was a 45-minute film, and it was good, but it was
Huh.
very disturbing, and it would be what you would expect.
Yeah.
So
Huh.
interesting, very weird.
That's interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
So the Kyoshi Kurasawa segment of each episode
yeah.
brought to you by Pizza Hut.
um, this I thought was interesting. The American version was apparently made harder,
Yep,
and they cited the rental market was the reason why.
yep.
Because I don't know how well known this is, or if this is just like a only thing people are really into games know, but it's I think to this day illegal to rent video games in Japan.
I had read that as well, which is wild. I
It's a
never
it's
thought
an
about
odd
that.
law. I
Yeah,
don't. Yeah, it's one of those things that I'm sure if you're from Japan, it's just the same way that renting games here is like, yeah, it's just what you do. They're probably like, yeah, there's no rent
yeah.
games. So,
Then again, I
but
mean, this is, I mean, flashing forward, right, 30 years, but like game rental here, I'm like, I don't
yeah, I
know.
really don't either.
I
Now,
mean,
so much is just like included in like subscription service. Like that's almost
yeah,
like the new like rental is like we'll wait for
yeah,
it to be on PS Plus
yeah,
or a Steam
yeah.
sale or something. So
Because I
yeah.
don't even know how services like Gamefly are doing.
Yeah, I don't know if that's still is that still a thing
I
even?
don't
I think it
know.
is, but yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know how they're
I
doing.
I got a side note, I got a slap on the wrist from Gamefly because I was using like I would just create new email addresses, but I would have the
Oh
same home
no.
address and they were like, so we've like delivered to you before, so we're not gonna do that anymore. Like that's so embarrassing. I'm just cheaping out for like a month to like rent like a game.
Just kidding. Called out on it.
It's like, oh,
It would be more embarrassing if you put your neighbor's like address in and then you had to
just
like sneak
like,
over and yeah, just watch out the
yeah.
window every day to see when the mailman came.
That would be embarrassing. It would also be embarrassing if I just asked them if I could. I'm like, can I use your address for a free trial of this? And they're like,
Yeah. You're like, I really want to play the King Kong game for Xbox that came out in 2006.
yeah, Peter
I
Jackson's King
want,
Kong.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I want to play the Prince of Persia remake really, really bad, but I don't have $20.
They'd be like, you bought a house. How do you? And I'd be like, that's really none of your business to ask about my
Yeah.
financial situation. How dare you?
I did want to talk about the name because I was thinking about this.
Okay. Yeah.
So another thing that probably most Resident Evil fans know, in Japan it's called Biohazard.
Yep.
They were not able to call it Biohazard due to copyright issues. There was like I know there's a band called Biohazard. I guess there's also like a movie, I think it was, or something like
Okay.
that. But
Okay.
yeah, they weren't able to. So then they had a naming contest at Capcom in Resident Evil 1.
Interesting.
I think Resident Evil as a name is way better than Biohazard, personally.
Interesting. I feel like you're in the minority on that one.
Really?
Yeah, I feel
I
like
don't think this
people.
I don't think this game would have been as successful if it was called Biohazard in the US.
I think that's right. I mean, I think Biohazard makes more sense thematically because like I don't even understand really what Resident Evil means.
I don't either, but I think that's good. Like at least when I was a kid, I was like Resident Evil. Like I had thought, I was like, what does that mean? Like what is that game? Like it made me
Yeah,
curious about it.
that's
Whereas it
true.
was called Biohazard, I would just assume it was like another like I would probably assume it was just like a shooting game, like just another
Sure.
like
Yeah.
shooting game, like
Or
like
maybe
House of
it,
the Dead or something.
yeah,
But
that's true. It's a little more generic. Biohazard sounds like it could be about trash collection,
or
or just like
yeah,
disposing
a
of has.
phlebotomy simulator.
Ooh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
1996's hottest phlebotomy simulator,
yeah. If it was in the
Biohazard.
90s, it would probably be about like if be like AIDS would be like a status effect.
Oh my God,
So
Jesus.
it would be problematic. I'm not saying it'd be good. I'm saying it'd
No,
be
I know,
bad
I
because there are
know.
more reasons why it should be called Resident Evil and
Right,
not Biohazard.
right, right.
So yeah.
I read in the Wikipedia page that the name was chosen since the game takes place in a mansion.
So
which
the evil is the resident of the mansion.
I guess,
Yeah,
yeah. But it's also weird because the mansion, the game takes place outside of a mansion as well.
that's also true.
I mean, they wouldn't call it garden evil, right?
Garden Evil. Anyway, I like Resident Evil.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's a cool name. I
I
guess
can't imagine
maybe
anything
that is a
else
hot
that,
take. It
yeah.
might be the thing where you get used to it, and eventually it just sounds.
Yeah.
But yeah, like maybe it wouldn't matter one way or another. But I don't know. I like Resident Evil's name. I think it's very evocative.
Yeah. Well, then it's weird. I mean, jumping ahead, right? Then they did Resident Evil 7 Biohazard.
Biohazard. Yeah.
It's like, is the game in Japan Biohazard Biohazard?
Oh yeah. I guess I don't know
I don't know.
how they did that.
I don't know. But
Yeah.
um yeah, go ahead. I thought I had something and I forgot.
Oh, the only other thing I have on mine is got 30 out of 40 from Famitsu, which
Okay.
is a good review. And then Alex Garland credits it as the inspiration for 28 Days Later, which makes sense.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
But like
I was trying to remember where zombies were in the culture in the 90s. Like I don't think they were very big until like later on in the 90s. And maybe this game was like a big influence on that. It
that
probably
th
was.
that is what I read, that it really kind
Yeah.
of repopularized zombies. Obvious, like, right, references to George Romero's work, right? Like,
Yeah.
Dawn of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead. But yeah, it really, I think, kind of brought them
Yeah.
back
But those
into,
were like, yeah, decades old at that point.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
So
Although I feel like he was making a lot of the Dead movies, but you are right. Those ones that I mentioned were old.
yeah.
Yeah,
So that's kind of
yeah.
interesting.
Um, I have a few notes that I wanted to mention about the voice acting. Because in
Ooh.
the book that I was looking at, that I had mentioned, the unofficial history, there are some notes about, like, the kind of classic dialogue and why and how that came to be. And so, my understanding of this is a summary from what I read, was that, they were trying to do the game in English and they wanted to have kind of short phrases that people would recognize, that
Mm.
non-native English speakers, I'm sorry, not non-native English speakers, that Japanese folks who didn't know English would be able to recognize. So the
Hmm.
example in here is "Stop it, don't open that door," or "Oh no, it's a monster." Right? So they're keeping it pretty simple,
Yeah.
so that audiences could understand it. Interestingly, this is, I think, from an interview with the voice actress who played Rebecca. She was also overseeing the casting of the other characters. And I'll just read this, just to kind of provide context. Lynn Harris was the voice actress of Rebecca and also oversaw the casting of the other characters. Harris ascribes the camp, over-the-top feel of her performance to the fact that she didn't have sufficient background knowledge of the game during the recording. She also knows how disconnected every segment of production was. Quote, "I was not provided with enough information to know exactly what was going on in each scene," end quote, Harris says. "That's the way it was. Thus, decisions on how and where to use the voices and in which context were made by game editors who I assume had little or no English language skills." Harris defends her work on the game, explaining, quote, "People keep saying the acting was bad, but that's not so. It's just that the lines weren't used in the way we thought they'd be." And so they also talked to the actor who played Barry, and said that there was a lot of secrecy around the game's development and what it was. And
Hmm.
apparently that is something that the Japanese game industry is infamous for, is
I have heard that yeah, it's very much like a need to know
right,
basis to like a weird degree.
right,
Where even if you do kind of need to know, you're still like not told. So,
right.
but
And so
yeah,
those
and
factors, I think, yeah, probably created
yeah,
a very
yeah, I don't
strange
think that
blend.
was uncommon either, especially like from like a localization standpoint. Like you'd hear that
Yeah,
from like people in the early days, like localization, it was like, yeah, you didn't get any info from them. You just had to kind of do your best and
yep, yep.
yeah, make kind of your own creative decisions. So,
Yeah. So, I mean, there are a lot of dialogue notes here that we can
There is
get
some,
into.
yeah, there's some tremendous stuff. That's it definitely grows on you. Like when you play it, you're like, you know, can't be the room sort of way. You're like, oh, he's about to say, the master of unlocking, or about to
Yep.
say,
Yep.
you're gonna be a Jill sandwich. There's
And
about to be a long 10-second pause between characters having an otherwise normal conversation.
yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it's interesting to me that the game, I guess this is getting really into the start, but like I think the FMV work is really fun in the
I
game.
love the FMV
I
at the
think it's
beginning.
fantastic.
It's
Yeah.
great.
It's so fun, and it to me, that flavor of kind of camp or cheesiness is really different than the in-game stuff.
Yes,
Like, it feels like just really different, right? The camera angles, the fast-pacedness, feels like a
the
very,
cuts. It's like a Zack Snyder
yeah.
movie.
Yeah. And so in the game, right, it's a lot different. It's a different energy, but both are welcome, I think.
All right, that was another episode of Hot Zombie Summer, and we'll be back in a few weeks.
And in the meantime, check us out on Apple, Spotify, or wherever else you get your podcasts. And be sure to follow us on Instagram and Blue Sky at Hot Zombie Summer Pod, all one word.
So until next time, don't be a Jill sandwich.